as lawmakers head back to Washington next week, where Democrats are planning to push for more spending. Now, they might want to see this first because a new Gallup poll reveals that Americans across the board think that the price spikes will get worse. And a separate poll shows that more than 4 in 10 people say big D.C. spending stokes inflation. Are they right? Here to discuss, market watchers Dan Geltrude and Michael Lee, along with Democratic strategist Kirsten Hahn. Great to see you all. Dan, I want to go ahead and start with you. Ask you about, sort of the strategy in combating this, right? The Fed for a while called inflation transitory. It then took that back. And now it's saying we definitely have an issue here. We've got to start raising rates. We've got to start working on trying to curb this inflation. And so it's trying to come up with a strategy to do that. But many analysts are saying, look, the inflation is going to be here at least for the rest of this year, maybe not if into 2023.
Yeah, look, I think the Fed, along with a lot of other market watchers, underestimated the effect of the fiscal stimulus and the helicopter money given out by the federal government. There were some large voices a year ago opposing the last stimulus, the $1.9 trillion. That really stimulated demand too much. It kept people out of the workforce for too long. And as a result, you have a ton of excess demand. And this administration has done absolutely nothing to solve the supply chain crisis. I think the Fed and a lot of other people who are calling inflation transitory expect this mess to be cleaned up right now. That's, of course, before the Secretary of Transportation took a few months off for paternity leave in the worst transportation crisis in the history of our country. So some of this has to do with the effect of the economy coming back online. That's really kind of no one's fault, but definitely government money printing and then just sheer incompetence from this administration in addressing the supply chain crisis. The war on fossil fuels, gasoline is up 50%, and then you have vax mandates to go on top of that to what was a trucker shortage pre-COVID has now exacerbated exponentially. So look, things are going from bad to worse. I do think you'll see some demand destruction and a little bit of money come out of the system and this level off, but these price levels aren't going to go back down anytime soon.
Well, there are multiple, contributing factors, if you will. And of course, there are some Democrats out there that are speaking out about this as well.